Welcome to Sports Docs. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and play league games. Now these league games are fairly similar to other fantasy sports leagues where a bunch of people get together and he who has the best picks wins. Now obviously this is much funner, and I got to tell you, and a lot more controlled. There's more tools available. Instead of buying players, you're buying teams, buying and selling teams. Buy low, sell high. It's just unbelievable fun and a much more controlled fantasy sport type league. There's a whole console here that you can control everything. You can see what everybody's doing, what their gains are, and I'll show you that here in a second, compared to what your gains are. There's also no time limit restriction on time on you can or the amount that you set up, but you can run one just for half a season, a quarter season. You could run one for a weekend of NFL football if you wanted to. You could create one for the Stanley Cup playoffs that are going on perhaps right now, along with another one with another group of friends, or maybe the same group with NBA finals. So there's a lot less restrictions, and it's a lot more fun. So what most people are doing is getting a group together. You can have 2 people or 200 people, doesn't matter, but what people are doing now is getting a group together, forming a league here, putting some cash into a pot, and he who has the most gains on his stock portfolio at the end of the league wins the pot. So lots of other things you can do. We'll even be doing some sponsored prizes for certain leagues, depending on how many people you get put together in the league. We'll be releasing that really soon, but we could do a sponsored, all the way up to a flat screen TV. If you had enough people, we would actually sponsor that. So more to come on that. So what we got here is from the home page. You can either go from this banner up here to create a game, or if you hover over the My Sports Docs, which is where you need to be to get to your main username anyway, and the current stocks you may be trading, and it's going to list all your league games. So if you had 3 or 4 league games already set up, they would be listed here, or you can create a new one. So now keep in mind you must be signed in up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new league. That'll take us to the create a league page here. So what we're going to do is, now keep in mind here that if you're creating a new league, in order for everybody to start out on an equal playing ground, everybody's going to get $100,000. So if you've already got an account, you've got your main username, and if you're already buying and selling stock under that username, it's going to erase all that and take it to $100,000 so that you're starting out even. Now obviously you probably don't want to do that. I would always keep your main account separate from any leagues. So you can create as many sub usernames as you want. You can have, that way you can have one for each league. You can have one that you only use for basketball, baseball, football, what have you, one that you only use at work, or it's unlimited. So in this case here, it's going to show you who you currently are logged in as. If you wanted to use that, you could, or as recommended, create a new one. So what we'll do is, for this one, we'll create one for an NFL league. Okay, and now you need to, so this will be the account name you're using that others will see. You recommend you putting your name here so they know that's you. So now you need to create a game name. This is the name of the league that everybody will see and be a part of. So in this case, let's just say it's NFL season 2013. It would help if I could spell. Luckily we've got spell check, right? Now you need to pick an end date. Like I said, you can do half a season. You could do a football weekend if you wanted to, but let's just say, for example purposes, you were going to play this until November 30th. Put that in here. Now you're going to create a password. This is what all the participants that you invite in will have to type in to get into this league console, so that everybody can see who's involved. So we'll just create a password. Now you're going to send out all your invite and copy and paste into here if you wanted to get all your emails in here. But in this case, I'm going to invite old Frankie boy. I'm going to invite Bob, you know Bob, and Bob, he's at Gmail, I believe, and so on and so forth. So it's that simple. Now you're going to hit create a game, and it's going to take us, it's going to, one, let you know that it did take place and everything's been sent out. So now you're going to go to that league dashboard, which is specifically for that league you just set up. So it's going to give you the name of the league. It's going to tell you when it ends, and there's going to be a leaderboard up here. It's always going to show the top producers in that league and what their return is, so that you always have a mark on who's winning and what needs to be beat here. So over here you can invite more friends to the league at any time. You've got who's pending, so if you sent out 10 of them, you're going to see who you need to call and say, hey, get on the stick, let's get going here. So now also down below here, it's going to show all your stocks that you own. This is yours only, not anybody else's. Everybody will have their own console with their list of stocks that they own and the amount of shares and what they paid in gains and everything else here. And I'll show you how this works a little bit here. This is probably the coolest part of the whole console here, Trash Talk. It's exactly what it says it is. Everybody in the league will see this, so you could come in here at any time and create conversation like, oh wow, did you see that catch? Or trash talk. You guys stink. I will win. Okay. Post comment. Everybody's dashboard will now show that down here with the timestamp and who posted it. So be careful what you say. So now you're ready to go. Start buying and selling stock on your favorite teams. Of course, you've got access to all the research you need. You've got scores, schedule, standings, news, teams. I'm going to tell you, news is really big because this is right hot off the press news here. This isn't 5 days old news or anything. This is pretty much live, and if someone breaks an ankle or an arm or whatever, a very good player on a team hurts himself and it's announced that he's gonna be out for the rest of the season, you're gonna want to make sure you check your stocks on that particular team to see if it's going to be affected or not. If a good quarterback gets put on the injured list, there's a good chance you're going to want to dump that team. So, and then obviously standings, watching the standings. The thing that makes this the funnest is we've got the mobile app available to you. You can watch the games on the fly and buy and sell right there as you're watching the game. If you think someone's going to win, you can go in there and buy 100 shares, and then the very next play they fumble and it looks like the other team's going to win. You can sell that and buy the other team's stock, and you can do that the whole game, and that's what's going to give you the advantage. So as far as buying and selling, there's another video for that, but of course you can buy from the team list. It'll take you to the team pages, You can buy right from the schedule if you want. Click on a standing schedule, click from it, and buy and sell right there. Or you can come in here and enter a team name. It's real easy. It's a very good little search system here. Just type in sand and it's going to pull up anything with sand in it and take you straight to their team page where you can buy and sell from there as well. So that does it for this video. Good luck to you and have fun.